Yo, how's it going? So, this is one of the craziest stories I've seen. Like, I saw this off the Philip DeFranco, and so I kind of wanted to go into it more. But apparently, this Utah mom killed her husband and then later on wrote a book on how to cope or how to deal with grieving, which is insane. Like, bro, you killed your husband and then
So my
you did.
husband passed away unexpectedly last year. So it's March 4th was a 1 year anniversary for us,
She's so
and
crazy. This is a
he was
crazy woman right
39.
here.
It
This is
completely
crazy woman.
took us all by shock.
Corey Richens wrote a book about helping her children grieve after the loss of their father. Now she is charged with murdering him.
Oh, what a! It was such a twist, bro.
I've
I
covered
was
a lot of crime
hyped,
stories over the years, many of them here at Law and Crime, and it always makes me think about how important it is for all of us to stay safe.
right?
Well, Palm Pepper Spray can help you do just that. It's a
Pepper
small
spray.
but mighty self defense tool. Palm Pepper Spray shoots up to 12 feet using the strongest legal form of pepper spray
Damn.
available. It's safe and easy. You just point and spray. And if you want to try it, you
Holy
can
hell,
get
that'd be crazy.
10% off. Just log on to palmpepperspray.com, enter the promo code LawCrime10, and remember, if you or anyone else is ever in danger, always dial 911. Eric Richens died on March 4th of 2022 in his home in the Park City area of Utah. Police say he died of an overdose of fentanyl and that his wife Corey
Wow.
poisoned him with a Moscow mule. She was arrested this week and charged with murdering Eric and possession of a controlled substance.
But why
Court
though?
documents claim Corey told police that she slept in one of her children's rooms the night Eric died without her cell phone and that she later found him dead. But the documents say her cell phone showed movement at that time and text messages from the time had been deleted. The documents also state that Corey Richens had asked a drug dealer for, quote, some of that Michael Jackson stuff. Michael Jackson died.
I'm sorry, but the fact that she said, "Oh, hand me some of that Michael Jackson stuff," is such a like it's an insane statement. It's such a weird thing to read. Like, yeah, let me get some of that Michael Jackson
Of an
stuff.
overdose of propofol, a drug used in surgery as anesthesia.
Hmm.
Just recently, Corey Richens appeared on the local news in Utah to promote a book she wrote about grieving entitled Are You With Me? She wrote that
Wow.
book for her three children.
Like, that's the ultimate disrespectful thing I've heard, in my opinion. Are you still with me? Are you with me? She wrote a whole ass book on grieving when you're the one that ended his life. Come on, come on.
I'm new to all of this, so kind of doing all, research and reading books and things to try and understand, not only how to grieve as a widow, as a wife, but also, with my
Like
kids.
immediately, just hearing her, you're just like, dick. Like you did that shit, dick.
How to help them understand what just happened.
It's also been reported that Eric had written Corey out of his will and that he actually believed that she was trying to poison him.
Oh,
The
so he was suspicious already. Oh, nah, bro, I would have been gone.
couple had also been arguing over the purchase of a home for $2 million, according to KPCW TV. Eric didn't want to buy the home, and Corey closed on it the day after Eric died. She later
Ooh,
resold
so it
it.
was over a
Joining me
house.
to discuss the murder of Eric Richens is Greg Skordas. He is a spokesperson for Richens's family. Greg, thank you for coming on Sidebar with us. We appreciate it.
I'm happy to be here, Anjanette.
How is Eric's family doing right now?
I
Pissed.
think they're doing very well. I mean, he died in March of 2022,
I would
which
have been
is now over a
heated,
year.
bro. She would have caught a
Certainly, they
fade
knew at
on
the
me.
time that he didn't die from a drug overdose that he himself had consumed. They knew that it was suspicious, and they knew that something untoward had occurred.
I'm
They're just
fading
happy
her on
now that
sight
the
if I was
Summit
part of his
County
family.
law enforcement community and the prosecuting office has filed charges. They believe that they're on the right track. They have confidence in the system, and they're just looking forward to some resolution in this case.
Definitely, man. Like
There
some,
are a lot of details
some
coming out about this
closing the
case.
chapter on
Corey
this.
Richens, his wife, had written a children's book about grieving.
Dude, come on.
It sounds a little bit shocking given the allegations in this case that she poisoned him.
That's
There's
such
just
a
a lot of
diss
ironies
track
in this
if I
case,
ever heard
and
one.
it's really problematic. I mean, you can't make this kind of stuff up.
You can't.
And it took a long time. I mean, it was over a year between his murder and charges being filed, and that's not uncommon. I mean, I think the medical examiner's report had to be closely scrutinized, and witnesses had to be interviewed, and it just took a very long time. There's certainly a lot of ironies in this case with respect to her writing a book about grieving
Right?
when it appears that she may have been involved in the homicide, that she may have committed it. And so
Dick.
the family's just torn
What
because,
a
on the one
dick.
hand, they wanted to believe in her. On the other hand, the truth as it's coming out is certainly problematic.
There's been some reporting and some documents that claim that, she had tried to poison him previously. She had asked a drug dealer allegedly
And all this over materialistic stuff, bro. Like over $1 million. I mean, I get it. Like, home is a home, but like for you to go ahead and murder your husband over a home because he didn't want it, it's just, man, that's you are super obsessed with the
for
materials of
some of that
life.
Michael Jackson stuff. Michael Jackson, of course, died of a fatal overdose many years ago.
That's such a crazy line.
Also, this argument and a dispute over the fact that she wanted to purchase a home for $2 million and he
$2 million.
did not want to purchase the home. What can you tell us about that?
There were some problems between the two of them. They were related to finances.
But I can't believe that she would go as far as to kill a man over just again a house. Like, you think you would love a person and you'd just be able to like, okay, you know what, we can find the middle ground because we love each other. Da da da. Nope, nope, not her.
He came into the marriage
She
as a successful businessman,
she went
and
off the
I
rails.
think that she may have felt that if something happened to their marriage and he left her or she divorced him, that she wouldn't get as much of his estate as she would if he passed away. I don't know what her
Oh,
motivation is. We do know
that
that
gold digging
a
bitch.
drug dealer was interviewed by police, and that drug dealer has confirmed that she sold the defendant drugs,
She. Wow, it's a woman.
opioids, on at least two occasions prior to the time that Eric died, and that the sort of the dosage that she was buying
I
each
like
time
this.
was getting apparently stronger and stronger.
And I'm assuming he did not use illicit drugs.
No.
Eric never used drugs. He was a healthy man. He had no family history of substance abuse. He had no personal history of substance abuse, had no criminal history of abusing drugs, medical history, anything like that. There's no evidence that he ever used illegal drugs at all in his lifetime. And he was really a healthy man. I mean, he was avid in his kids' athletic activities. He was an outdoorsman involved in the search and rescue in the Summit County where he worked. He was a man who took very, very good care of himself and would not have abused his body
Yeah,
with
you wouldn't.
illegal opioids.
How are the children doing? I mean, there were three
Oh my
children.
god. Dude, the children, bro. Like, I'm pretty sure they're so heartbroken. Now they lost their mom and their father. Now they have to. I'm guessing they're gonna have to stay with one of their families. Obviously, not the mother side of the family, but a foster home, which would suck twice as much. Dude, what a dumb bitch,
That
bro.
he had
Just
with
ruining
Corey
yourself like that.
Richins.
That's such a dumb move.
Where are they and how are they doing?
They had three boys. They're apparently doing very well. They're with a close family member,
That's good to
and
hear.
the broader family, feels like they're in very good hands, and they're with very, very good people right now.
Nice. That's good to hear.
One of the things that's so shocking about this, and I want to state that Corey Richins, of course, is innocent until proven guilty. She'll be back in court later this month. But Eric Richins, according to the documents and things, he suspected or felt like she may have been trying to kill him. So that's some pretty damning.
Like, I would say divorce him, but just like, like men, like this as they go. Like, I think he's probably like he was trying to probably make it work. He was probably trying thinking of the children. Like, you know what, man? Like, we have kids together. I'm gonna try. I gotta try to make this work. But she did not care. She probably did not care at all.
Evidence right there, the fact that he had these suspicions and then changed the beneficiary in his will and life insurance and things like that.
Yeah, there was some notion that he foresaw this, that he actually talked to some family members and said, if something happens to me, you should check out my wife because he believed that she was trying to kill him. There were certainly some things going on between the two of them as it related to their marital finances, and just a culmination of things that ultimately resulted in, according to the county attorney's office, her deciding that he should be killed.
Well, we are certainly going to keep an eye on this case. It's really disturbing, the allegations that are being made here. Any final thoughts?
No, we just trust the system, and we're glad that this next step has occurred, and we're looking forward to the steps that occur from now.
Greg Scortis, thank you so much for joining us.
You bet.
I also spoke with John Lusich about this case. He is an expert in computer forensics and also a retired police officer.
Very
Well,
cool.
I spent 5 years in uniform, and the rest of the time as an investigator with the Attorney General's Office, Organized Crime Bureau, and I worked a lot of cases, including some homicides. And they have a lot of evidence against her right now, just in
Nice, nice.
dealing with the drug dealer and dealing with the insurance company and partners, and her attempt to move
That
things
Michael
around.
Jackson stuff,
Um, that is just
unbelievable.
part of it, and that's an overwhelming amount of evidence. The fact that he was poisoned first, got very sick, and then she bought more drugs, and he passed away as a result of that. And I'm sure they're going to gather supporting evidence, such as the digital evidence that comes from cell tower dumps and cell phones and other digital devices. But the way I see this is that they've got a lot of overwhelming evidence against this woman.
Nice.
It also discusses this complaint, talks about her phone. It showed it was locked and unlocked multiple times, and this was, movement recorded on the phone. I'm assuming that's the Cellbrite analysis of her phone. Is that right?
And so your phone tracks your health a lot of times, tells you how many steps you've actually taken. We've actually worked a case where the phone was supposed to be off, and yet it was moving around. Somebody else was using this gentleman's phone. So
Ooh, okay.
there's a lot of artifacts on a phone. Now, an artifact could be one email message, could be one log, it could be one picture. But there are a lot of other artifacts that show that people were logging in, logging out. You can actually see that in the log, dates and times, as well
Hmm?
as the movement, and so much other stuff that depending upon the apps that you have on your cell phone.
One thing that's interesting to me is that some of these messages, and that this always raises a red flag. You've got her calling 911, and there are messages sent and received according to this, but then they were later deleted.
Right. And they can tell that they were deleted. And while
Oh,
they might
really?
not be able
How?
to tell the exact second they were deleted, if it came in at 10:35 and 10 seconds, then and it was deleted, it was at least deleted at 10:35 and 10 seconds or after, right? But before the cops were able to gather that. So when someone takes the affirmative action to delete something, that's
Okay,
nefarious, right? They're trying to hide something.
correct.
But a lot of times, Celebrite and other forensic products could bring that back depending upon how long goes by. Because remember, we use our cell phones so much more than we use our computers. They're on all the time, they're with us, unlike our computers. And it's got the smallest storage space. So things get overwritten within days and weeks rather than weeks and years.
And that's it for
Nice.
this edition of Law and Crime Sidebar Podcast.
Yo, yeah, like I said, this story, it like, it blew my mind, the fact that this woman murdered her husband and then wrote a book about it. And I was just like, ain't no way. And like they said, you can't write this shit up. You can't make this up, cause it's insane. And it's all over materialistic stuff. And because she was like, dude, like, it was a gold digging move. It was just simply a gold digging move. Like, it's ridiculous, man. But anyway, that was, rest in peace to that man.